You know, I talk a lot about how gangster rap and all that was really bad for the hip hop community and for the fans and stuff like that. But you know what I've been thinking about? There's one positive group that's fraudulent too, and we need to bring them on the chopping block. And if ain't nobody else gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. That's Public Enemy. Now he might be like, no, bro, Public Enemy, that's revolutionary. They was all about black consciousness and all this stuff. But just try and hear me out, all right? You have a black group, especially Chuck D in interviews was always talking about being drug free, being militant, and all this stuff. But you signed to a white label. Now I know what somebody gonna say. No, it was Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons. Well, first of all, it's not a solely black-owned label. You have a white man that's the co-founder, right? So it's not a black-owned label. I guess it's a black and white-owned label. And if you look at Russell Simmons, you could tell he ain't all black. It's always light-skinned motherfuckers that's always talking about, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all. Like, you can tell somebody that ain't that far back in his immediate family ain't black, y'all. So not only that, Chuck D, like I said, was going on record to say he despises drugs and alcohol, but you got Flavor Flav in the group. You have Flavor Flav who was on crack. How does that work? Then I made a video too about how Flavor Flav should have never been in Public Enemy because he took away from the seriousness of Public Enemy. I know all of them have said stuff like, well, no, if it wasn't for Flav, people wouldn't have taken us seriously because Chuck was too militant. That's kind of a slap in the face to y'all, ain't it? Like, if I was in a serious group and y'all like some fool that jumped around more than you like my message, that's kind of weird. Just because he said, yeah, boy, and all that, he took away from the seriousness of it because all of them were plants. It ain't just the gangster rappers, man. And finally, when one of the members of your crew, Professor Griff, had an interview and had a discussion about them folks, you know, as soon as things got a little heated, and from what I understand, from what Professor Griff said, he said that quote was misinterpreted or taken out of context or whatever. And they were just having a discussion, right? And he brought evidence to support his claim. As soon as the water got a little hot, y'all kicked him out the group. But I thought y'all supposed to be revolutionary. And even Professor Griff said in an interview with Vlad TV, he said, we wasn't doing nothing but talking about how evil white people was. That's stuff we do on the block all day long. So how come y'all couldn't stand firm and hold your man down? Why did he have to get kicked out the group? See what I'm saying? See how all this stuff is a game? None of this stuff is real. Don't take nothing you see or hear, music, artists. You just listen to them and get the hell on. They ain't about nothing. Don't none of them stand on nothing. That's why I hate entertainers and celebrities. They stand for nothing. That bag is the most important. Morals and all that be damned. I know a lot of y'all gonna be crying in the comment section. Are y'all fatherless children and look up to these rappers and celebrities? I'll be down in the comments waiting for you with a box of tissue. It's gonna be all right.